Hi guys, it's Ug and welcome back to another video. Today I'll talk to you about Dial A for Aunties by Jesse Q Sutanto, and this book took over Bookstagram last year and Booktube, and I took the recommendation from Lorena from Sunshine Lorena, I'll link her channel below, who said like the audiobook was the best thing ever, and I took a chance, I listened, and oh my god, I have one of the best times I had in recent time. I was reading this, I was listening this while I was a little bit on a slump, and it was so refreshing and so funny that it pushed me over the slump and it really helped me. So, what is Dial A for Aunties about? So, we have our main character, Madeline Shan, who is living with their mother and her aunties. All their sons live away, but she felt a little bit guilty of leaving the family, so she stayed there while she studied photography, and now she's a photographer of the wedding company that her mother and aunties own. And she has like this troubled life on marriage, and we have the mother trying to set up with a boy, and then she accidentally kill him with a taser on the date because he was a little bit, shady and tried to molest her, so she killed her. And besides being a normal person and call the cops, what she did was, let's hide the body and let's deal with it. That's the unrealistic part here, that you will hide the body and you move, but that's what sets the story in motion, that we deal with the body and the wedding, because the body ended up being on the wedding they are hosting on this big hotel in this island, and the aunties are trying to maneuver the body and everything about it. We see a little bit of the past of Madeline while she's in college, how she finds her first love, but she ended up breaking it because of the family curse, and everything revolves around that because, things start to happen that change everything. I think the book is so refreshing. It's so funny, the actions they did. You have this cultural family of Chinese Indonesian immigrants on the States, and how how they deal, how they live, how they show the respect. One of the scenes that I most remember was because I thought funny, and the author clearly make Madeline criticize that, is that when she appears with the dead guy, she was like, I close his eyes and like tape off, cover his face, like to be respectful, and everyone is like, oh, see, Madeline is so respectful, and they were like, but I just killed him. But you were respectful, you showed the body with respect, and we were like, that's besides the point. But it's so funny because they were like, yeah, it's a dead body, but no, you show respect, you did well. And how they do this dim sum dinner, or I think it's lunch, how they build, they has like the one who is a cooker, the one that is the baker, the one that is the singer, how the family interacts with each other in terms of, they're always fighting with each other. I found that was very refreshing. I think the concept is a little bit weird, how it starts and very unrealistic. But if you go with it, we'll find a lot of fun because the actions that you take with the characters are so funny, and the author clearly says that she was afraid to write them this way because they will feel stereotypical, but at the same time they are real because we know that's how they sometimes are, or people sometimes are, and I felt that, the concern about when you get a boyfriend, when do you get a husband, you are trying to be old and you're like not even 30 or something. You see how the scales go up, and I found it very refreshing and very interesting. I really recommend the audiobook for this. The audiobook is amazing, I loved it. It really was a fascinating read, and I think I'm here with the vibes for it. I'm here for everything that this has. I know there's a sequel coming out, the Dial for Aunties and a Wedding, that is not getting so much hyped, and I think people are a little bit disappointed a little bit more, but the first one is totally a recommendation from me. I love the story, I love the characters. I was listening in the train or going home and I was bursting in laugh. I was cooking one night, dinner for me, and I was listening to the audiobook because I couldn't stop. I wanted to read and I wanted to know more about the story. And it was actually, I was cooking when the part they are with the discovering the body, so it was early on. So you see how catch I was in that story. I think the flashbacks were important. At some point I was like, what is the importance of this? And then I understood why, and it makes total sense for me. Go with it. I think it's a very funny, interesting. You'll learn a little bit of the Chinese Indonesian culture and families relationships, and how aunties can not always go with each other, but in the end family is family. And I really recommend, if you want, check out the audiobook, which was my preferred way to read this. I hope you enjoyed this review. Most of you have already read it. If you haven't read it, make sure you do. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's very important for the channel. Yeah, I am bringing more content. Yes, I'm back full power. Let's see till when, but it will slow down a little bit down the road, but you can maintain like this at least for a month. I post videos at least once a week at Tuesdays, Thursdays or Sundays, and I see you guys on my next video. Okay, bye.